Hello. Okay, the end of the day, pretty much. It's probably about 7 o'clock, 7:30. And I've done my self-sufficiency for a day. Wasn't that hard. I was going to say it wasn't easy, but it wasn't that hard. I guess the main thing was just not having like creature comforts and stuff like that. You'll notice that I've got the lights on because I tried this about 10 minutes ago because I had candles on earlier on, and trying to read by candlelight was hard enough, but trying to do a video, you just weren't going to see anything, so I thought I'll turn the lights on for 15 minutes, and that's all the power I'll use for the day besides the camera, of course. So that's why the lights are on. But it's been a long day, I've got a lot of work done, I'm pretty tired, and what I'm going to do for my last self-sufficient meal of the day is use some lamb mince that I've got here. Now I won't go through cooking it, I'll just go through the prep work with you. So I've got about a kilo or so of mince there, probably a little bit less. Again, I'm using an apple. I've eaten apples all day, so one small apple diced up I'm going to put in there. I'm just going to make little rissoles, like little meatballs. A little bit of thyme from the garden, of course. Now I'm a big sage fan, so I've grabbed some sage. And give that a good chop. Main thing, I'm going to make little meatballs, like about so big, just like little hors d'oeuvre kind of ones. So you want to make sure that all the herbs are chopped up nice and fine. Otherwise, if you have a big lump of something in that tiny little meatball or rissole, you're going to have a big hunk of herb. Now I would have already pre-cooked onions and the garlic and the herbs and all that kind of stuff, but I've actually just got the fireplace on. Now I'm going to put some fennel seeds in there too, and that fennel that I pulled up, I'm going to chuck that in the fry pan when the rissoles are just about cooked too. Alright, it has been a long day. I've been thinking a lot today as I've been doing everything about the whole self-sufficiency thing. Like obviously there's a lot of things that we can be self-sufficient with, like herbs, I think are the most basic thing. And I've got some flat leaf parsley here too as well, which I put in the other week. But there's a lot of things that are quite difficult, like today I haven't had coffee or tea today, or milk, no dairy products. I don't really eat a lot of dairy anyway. I tend to eat or drink a lot of soy, but then a nutritionist was telling me that it's very hard for the body to digest. So I thought, God. I was kind of like drinking it to get away from dairy products, but also I just like the taste of soy anyway. But you know, we can all do our bit, I think. The coffee, tea, sugar, all that kind of stuff. I think that's a good example of where the bartering system comes in, and I was thinking over the course of today, when I do the week of self-sufficiency, the produce, I will eat my own produce, and I'll still give myself the allowances of salt and pepper, oil, stuff like that, and maybe a bit of flour if I really need it. Which I will add a bit of salt while it's in my head. But I'm going to actually, just a little bit, I'm actually going to rely heavily on the bartering system too, because there are some things, like I know after today, and some black pepper too, that I couldn't go without coffee. I have stopped drinking it in the past, but I'm a bit of a coffee hound. Good amount of pepper. And I am pretty keen on it. So what I'm going to do for the week, when I do the week self-sufficiency thing. I'm going to allow myself bartering as well, like proper bartering, like if I give someone some produce and they give me coffee or whatever. So the week leading up to it, I'll take X amount out of the garden. I'll leave myself what I think I'm going to use over the course of the week. The rest of it I'll kind of harvest, and I'll use that to build up a larder for the week as well. So I'll try and get things like coffee, sugar, milk, stuff like that. But we'll see how we go. It's going to be a few weeks yet because I really want to make sure I've got enough veg in the garden before I start doing it, or else I'm just going to not survive. Alright, now you've got everything in there. You've got all our herbs. Now this is the good bit. Get in there and give it a good mix through. There's a certain amount of fat in this mince as well too. Being a lamb, they do have a fairly high fat content, so you'll find that it tends to stay together. So it's really manageable when you want to make little things like this. These are really easy to kind of roll up and cook and add to other things, pastas and stuff like that. Even some rice dishes are nice. Or like I said earlier on, just as an hors d'oeuvre. Now I'm not going to go through the cooking process because I'm not actually using the stove or any electricity. I'm using my wood fire, which I fired up for the first time today. It's a bit cold, so I thought it was a good excuse. Watch your hands. And so I'm going to cook this over my fireplace in the lounge room. So thank God my mother's not here. I've done that before and she said I was a hobo. She thinks I'm a hobo anyway. Anyway, roll the little risole into a little manageable size. Just about yay big. Now it would be good if you could roll it in some flour and then cook it. I'll see how I go. I'm just going to do it as they are. A little bit of oil in the pan and just on a nice slow heat. I'm cooking on the fireplace, so it's going to be hard to manage the heat. I'll have to kind of keep moving the pan. Everyone's experienced the meatball or the sausage that's burnt to a crisp on the outside and completely raw within. So I don't want to go through that. And I'll just roll one more. So just slow and low with things like this, because it is fairly dense. And when it's halfway cooked, I'll cut up the fennel, the bulb itself, and I'll throw that into, and I'll probably make up a bit of a salad. I was all keen about an hour ago to go and get my salad and all that, like the one I made at lunch, but then I just got busy doing other things, and now it's dark. I don't know if I'll go out in the dark with the flashlight. I probably will. Alright, so that was self-sufficient for a day. So apart from about 15 minutes of light, of electricity light, that's how it went. You saw me at breakfast, you saw me at lunch, now you're seeing me at dinner. So overall it went alright. I'll keep you posted on how the garden's going and everything else, and then I'm going to do the week and I'll incorporate the bartering system, which I'm a big fan of, into that as well. So give me lots of luck for that. Alright, I'm going to roll the rest of these, cook them, eat, and just read in the candlelight, I guess. I'm halfway through Moby Dick. From hell's heart I stab at thee. Alright. Ahab's calling me, I can hear him. Alright, so that's it. Any questions about this recipe or anything over the course of today in the 3 videos, just give me a yell, of course, as you all do. And I'll talk to you soon. Alright, thanks for watching. See you soon.